The only choice, there's one choice, and that's the choice to wake up. That's a choice of freedom. That's the choice out of the suffering of the samsaric wheel. If you make that choice, and you choose freedom 100%, you give yourself fully, you surrender to the enlightened Buddha nature that is your own nature, fully. Again, there's no choice. You're back in choiceless. But now it's choiceless because love is serving love, and it naturally flows. Before, it was the ego serving itself.
Welcome to the Lila Foundation podcast, Heart to Heart with Eli Jaxon-Bear. I'm Lisa Schumacher. In this podcast, a questioner asks Eli with regards to staying true, how can I do it? Have you ever asked this question? And did you find the answer? Eli's inspiring response illuminates for us that in truly, fully surrendering to the one essential choice to wake up and be free, love serves itself with your life.
So what do we do?
Surrender, doing. The one who wants to do is the only obstacle. It's the belief that there's a someone who wants to do something. And when that one arises, who wants to do something, you surrender back into the silence, back into your heart. And when nothing is done, nothing is left undone. Lao Tzu said that, and I read it and I knew it was true and I didn't know how to possibly do that. But I've discovered it is, in fact, as it is. Because when nothing is done, there's no obstacle to whatever appears to be done. And whatever it is blissful. Whatever it is. What it is only, what will show up to be done is your own past karmic momentum. That's what will show up. That's your magic theater. Your relationships, your work, where you live, all of your little bubble that you call my life is merely the karmic momentum of past desire waves. And those past desire waves will continue to wash in. And if you stay true to your heart, then whatever appears is quite appropriate to either or not. Whatever it is. There's no choice. There's no one who says, well, I should do this, I shouldn't do that. This is where choicelessness is. People confuse choice and choicelessness. As long as you're in ego, there's no choice. It's all mechanical. It's all habitual, robotic, and predictable. This is the value of the Enneagram. The Enneagram will tell you, if I know your fixation, I know your relationship with your parents, I know how you choose your lovers, I know what kind of work you're going to do, I can tell you the whole map. Because it's predictable, it's mechanical, it's not fresh, there's no aliveness there. That's the ego. In there, there's no choice. The only choice, there's one choice, and that's the choice to wake up. That's a choice of freedom. That's the choice out of the suffering of the samsaric wheel. If you make that choice, and you choose freedom 100%, you give yourself fully, you surrender to the enlightened Buddha nature that is your own nature, fully. Again, there's no choice. You're back in choiceless. But now it's choiceless because love is serving love, and it naturally flows. Before, it was the ego serving itself. So you go from choiceless, one choice, choiceless. Then the mind can relax. It doesn't have to choose. It doesn't have to decide which is better. Instead of trusting your mental which is better, radiant, immortal, conscious love knows quite well. Wisdom is already here. There's no need to choose because it's obvious. As it is. And you already know it's obvious, but you fight against the obviousness by trying to give yourself another choice. Yes, but what about? But maybe I should. And you start a conversation around what you already know is true. You already know it's choiceless. You already know what's right. But then the questioning and the doubting and the conversation gives you wiggle room to maybe get it differently. So you can possibly get more of what you think you want. So that's the great bliss. People think that freedom means having more choices. And it's exactly the opposite. Freedom means having no choice. Because you've already made the one choice to stay true no matter what. You've already given yourself 100% no matter what. That's the end of addiction. Then you don't have to choose it again. You know, it's like if you finally give up drinking or smoking or whatever, sugar, or whatever it is that, you decide you have to give up. There's an addiction. You fight with it. You say it's okay. You justify it. You say I'm not addicted. It's just the way it is. And then you say, whoa, I'm addicted. It's killing me. I have to stop. And you do different things. You go different programs. Finally, you say enough. From this moment on, it's finished. Then you don't make the choice again, in the morning, should I smoke a cigarette or not? It's done. It's a done deal. If you have to re-choose it every morning, eventually you'll choose the other. But if it's done, there's no choice. It's finished. And that's it. You can choose freedom just that easily because it is your nature. Everything else is just a form of self-hypnosis that was imposed on your nature. So then you just sink inside into the peace. And you give up your life. Give up your future. And there's no need to choose anything else. It comes out much more perfectly than you could have ever imagined. Because you're not there mucking it up.
I love the challenge Eli offers here to choose 100% for freedom and be finished with the unnecessary suffering caused by self-betrayal. Then you never have to choose again. It's done. This recording is from a full-length compilation CD called The Way of the Bodhisattva, and it can be purchased online through the Leela Foundation bookstore at leela, Leela.org. Thank you for listening, and may this serve your awakening.